Grossman. Welcome back. Today, we're going to talk about something that's pretty important. But before we start, I want to give everyone a quick reminder, a very, very quick reminder, to go to assetbuilders.club. That's assetbuilders.club. Once you go there, you'll find the ability to download a free app that will help you gain education when it comes to investing in alternative investments and also how to make money actively with real estate. So, with that being said, I have my amazing co-host here. How are you doing, Mr. Hunt?
I'm not amazing today, but I'm optimistic, and I think that is a saving grace for me. Is I try to find a little bit of hope, a little bit of sunshine, even in a rainstorm.
Hmm.
So I'm good today, sir.
Okay, I respect that. Okay, I respect your honesty. Um, so let's go and get started. Today, as many of you guys know, if you have not been bombarded with your letters in the mail to vote early or to cast your anti ballots,
Or send a donation.
or send it, absolutely send a donation to our politician. So,
Yeah.
which, by the way, I would like to say that there are certain investors that I do like to learn about, and
Mhm.
um, there's one investor, Bob Johnson. I'm sure you know who he is. And he just he has a book out actually, and in one of his books he says, "Hey, the best way to establish financial freedom is to invest money in your local politicians and in their campaigns." I'm like, oh, wow, that's very straightforward right there.
Mhm.
Um, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, don't, you will get it on the way home. It will make sense to you eventually.
Is
So
that like support your local sheriff?
there you go. Okay. Matter of fact, when I'm driving, especially like driving out of state, and I see people who are speeding, but they have in the license plate a little sheriff um, medallion.
Decal.
I was calling it,
Uh
or
huh. Uh
decal,
huh.
yeah, because
Yeah.
they chose to donate to the local sheriff department or the state sheriff department. I'm thinking, oh, okay, so we kind of got a little free pass to go a little bit above speed limit, huh? So yeah, that's kind of
Psych.
feedback.
Psych. It depends on who
Wait,
the
wait,
sheriff is pulling your butt over.
wait, wait, wait.
Nod,
Okay,
nod,
and again,
nod.
if you don't get that one, you will get it on the way home. Um, not in jail, but you will get it
Oh
on the way home.
man.
So
Yes,
hey,
sir.
can you let everyone short segment what's going on in the economy, and I guess why the heck should they even care?
Man. Um, I guess where do I start? I think most people, I would say, do not really understand the enormity of the economy. They don't really know what the economy is. They equate the economy to just the price of gas or the price of food at the grocery store, and they don't realize that there are reasons why gas is high. There are reasons why the shelves in the grocery store are bare. There are reasons why. And many of those individuals blame the government for that for the woes of those woes in the economy. But yet you were talking earlier about the local politicians. The politicians, be they local or otherwise, are constantly playing gamesmanship because rather than doing what's best for the people, they continue to do what's best for the party. So we're in constant flux and in turmoil. Um, that again, that's my opinion. We have relied heavily on um, agreements with, particularly with China, for goods and services. and India, Vietnam, Bangladesh, Malaysia. Again, for basically for manufactured goods. Well, when COVID hit 2 years ago, a lot of things were um,
Topsy
affected, tremendously affected, where that factories were closed in China. People were laid off, and I mentioned this the other day. People were laid off that worked the ports, who loaded the ships, who unloaded the ships, who loaded the trucks at the docks, who drove the trucks, who unloaded stuff at the warehouses. All of that, all of those things impact what we get, what we can buy, when we can buy it, and how much it's going to cost. But it's so easy for us to blame somebody for our lack of initiative, our stupidity, because we trust the man. Okay. And we're just waiting. And I say, as we were saying before we came online, people are not astute enough to deal with their own economy. They're waiting for somebody else to always get them a job, give them a raise, and hopefully give them a pension. But a lot of places aren't giving you a pension. So if you've been
No.
working 40, 45 years at this job and they don't have a pension, the only thing that you're left with, if you didn't create some type of savings for yourself, is Social Security. And I think I
No.
heard someplace that I
Social
think, I'm sorry.
insecurity.
Well,
Social insecurity.
but McCarthy said last week, paraphrasing, that they're going to reduce the benefits of Medicare and Medicaid. I mean, Medicare and Social Security. They want to do away with them. So if you've been depending, if you thought you were going to be depending on those things, they may disappear, just like women rights are being eroded. And I'm not being political. These are factual things, okay? And I remember sometime reading something, and I'm going to mess it up, but it says, first they came after Jews, then they came after the Irish, then they came after the Italians, and then they came after me. At some point in time, if you are not actively doing something for your own personal benefit, you will be left out. You're in the game today, and tomorrow you're on the sidelines. You may not even be in the stadium. And that's part of the economics that I'm talking about. Okay? It's not just the price of gas. It's not just the price of food. There are other things that are impacting how we live, where we live, and how we make ends meet.
That's right. So let me say this real quick. And I'll wrap it up this way with our. We got like maybe a minute and a half. This is an article by Pew Institute, and it's just stating that these are the top 7 concerns for voters. We have the price of food and or consumer goods, right? Gasoline and energy, cost of housing. We have consumer products again, quote unquote, employers not being able to hire or find qualified workers. We have the stock market, and then we have individuals looking for employment. And I just want to say this real quick. Those last two are kind of weird. You're thinking like, man, there are jobs out there. But I think one of the things people are realizing is if they're told they only qualify for an hourly wage somewhere, and their income, or excuse me, their household bills can't be met with that wage. Let's say you're getting paid $10 at McDonald's, just as an example, but you have expenses as an adult of maybe, let's say, $3,000 a month, and so you can't work part time at McDonald's to make ends meet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna leave this parting with you guys as a parting gift. The best way to do this right now is to decide at this very moment that you're going to fix your economy. The best way to fix your economy, if your economy is weak, is to partner up with others so that you guys can both grow your economies together. In a cool language of business, we call that economies of scales or collaborations or ventures. And one of the things we're offering to you guys right now, for those who want to do that, for those who are beginners in real estate, we're offering you the ability to partner with us when it comes to real estate, even if you have no experience. We're willing to split the deals with you 50-50. We're willing to help you in your process and get your first couple of deals done so that you know that we have a vested interest in your success. We're also willing to allow you to use our tools, our resources, and our network to help you get your first couple of deals done.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Now, if that sounds good to you, all you have to do is text the word 10K, as in like 10,000. So 10K to 317-689-0080. That's 317-689-0080. And we will send you automatically a gift that will lead you on the right path to begin to work with us. Okay. So, with that being said, Hank, is there anything you want to say to our audience before we shut the doors?
One, you have just provided an opportunity for people to improve their economy, but there will be those who won't believe it. There will be those who think that they're smarter than you. There will be those who will pass up an opportunity and blame the world for their demise. And I just say to people, you have absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. What if you could generate an additional $20,000 to $40,000 a year in your leisure time? What difference would that make to you? How would your personal economy be enhanced? You decide.
All right, we'll see you